Hello, my name is Katelynn Knick, and I am here with Arts Council Oklahoma City and Art and Victory to go over an art lesson today based on the artist Alexander Calder. He is an American sculptor. He was actually born in 1898, so quite a long time ago. And this is him right here in his studio. And as you can see, this is actually what he's most famous for, these mobile hanging sculptures. But he also made smaller and monumental-sized metal sculptures, like the one behind him. So sculpture is a new word, and it is art that is in the 3D. So when we talk about 2D and 3D, 2D means flat, kind of like a piece of paper lays flat. 3D means it is not flat. It comes out into a third dimension. So for example, like a marker would be 3D because it comes out forward, backwards, and to the side. You can tell from whenever you turn it, it has a shape and dimension to it. So 2D, flat paper, 3D, an object, and 3D would be sculpture. So I like to show his work in these examples because these large-scale sculptures are super fun. As you can see, this one is in a city. So you can kind of see some buildings here and this little gate. It's big. It's a monumental, larger-than-life metal sculpture. I kind of see a dog in this shape, but I'm curious what you see, if it's an animal or maybe a lizard. Some people often see animals, maybe a spider. It's really up for interpretation. Here's another one. As you can see, the trees are in the back. They're super tiny. So this is going to be very large. And what do you see in this shape? Maybe a boomerang? It looks kind of like a toy. It is abstract in that it doesn't represent real life, so it really could be anything, but I'm curious to hear what you think it could be. So today we are going to make our own sculpture similar to the ones of Alexander Calder that are going to pop up. So here are some examples of one we made in class. So the legs fold and the sculpture stands up on its own. So this is our goal today as we are creating. This will be the end product, something similar. So we're going to start by taking our construction paper. We need construction paper today. We can use colored pencils and markers to decorate, and then we'll be using scissors to cut it out. So we're gonna start, I'm gonna pick a piece of paper. Let's go with red. I'm gonna start by folding it. So you wanna take the bottom of the paper and match up those corners. So right here you can kind of see, I'm just gonna move it all the way up to the top, move this one to the top, place my hand here on the top of the paper, use my other hand to crease that edge. So now we have our folded piece of paper. Next, I'm going to start drawing the legs. You can use a colored pencil or a marker for this step. I'm going to use a pink marker. Okay, so I'm going to take the marker, I'm going to start at the bottom and go all the way up. And these do not need to be perfect, my friends. You can go left and leave about 1 inch to the middle, so don't go all the way. So next we're going to take our next line, bring it all the way up, leaving about 1 inch and going to the side. Okay, so we have 1, 2 legs so far. Let's go ahead and make the next couple. Okay, so this is a good guide for how we are going to cut our paper. But before we cut it, let's give it some flair, right? With this one, I decided to do some grass, some spiky stars up on the top. This one, I just did some circles. But that is completely up to you, what you decide to decorate it with. So maybe I will do a rainbow. So I'm gonna get all my rainbow colors out. We got orange, yellow, green, red, violet, and blue. So I'm gonna do a reverse rainbow where red is in the middle. Depending on what color you choose for your construction paper, you'll be able to create some cool effects using colored pencils. So like this orange really glows on top of the red. All right, some blue. Some purple. All right, so I'm gonna leave that last one blank because it kind of looks like pink already. If you want, you can go ahead and color the other side, draw the lines to match. I'm just gonna leave it one-sided today. So we're gonna pick up the paper with one hand, hold it, making sure you hold both sides. Take your scissors with your right hand. So your thumb goes in here, your fingers go in here, and you can hold it. I like to start at the bottom and go all the way up, making sure I hold it with my left hand. And I'm gonna stop on that line. So I just cut both sheets at the same time. That's what you want, that's the goal. And that's just gonna make it a little easier and a little cleaner. So stopping at that line right here, leaving about, I would say 1 inch or the top of your finger to make sure it doesn't cut all the way. And we have our first leg. She's free. Okay, so now we're gonna do the bottom. Again, starting down here, going all the way up, stopping right there where our line ends, and then going back in towards the middle. Okay, so now we have 2 legs, and we're just gonna repeat that process all the way. All right, so now we have all of our pieces cut out and we're ready to start folding. So this part is a little tricky, so watch carefully. We're gonna take the first leg and bend it all the way over. So pretty much to where I cut it, I'm going to take my fingers and make that crease right here. And that's where that leg is gonna go. We're gonna skip the next one and then go to the third one. And the same thing, bend it all the way and then make a crease. We're gonna skip this one and go to the next one. Bending it all the way and making a crease. So you can kind of see it's starting to pop up. What we are gonna do next is pick it up, flip it, and lay it back down. So this is gonna show which legs we still need to fold over. So we're gonna skip the first one because it's over here. And we're gonna move on to the second one, picking up just this side. We're gonna fold it all the way over and make that crease. As you can see, it kind of fills in that gap that we were missing. So we're gonna skip this one and then move to the next one. Folding it over. And making that crease. Here's the last one, it's just in the middle. I like to use it as a base to really hold up the middle section. So I'm just gonna use this part and bend it over to match the other side. All right, so now we're ready to flip it up. So here we go. So here is our pop-up sculpture. Similar to the ones that Alexander Calder would make. Yay! So if you would like next steps to build on this practice and this project, you can try different shapes. So for example, this one, I did a curved cut to make it more round. You could play with different numbers of legs that you include, different patterns on the outside. And you can also glue these down to a piece of paper to create a more sturdy sculpture if you would like. And there you have it. Thank you for watching this video art lesson with me, Katelynn Knick. You can find me online at Katelynn Knick and on my website, KatelynnKnick.com. I hope you enjoyed this lesson on the artist Alexander Calder and how to make a pop-up sculpture. You can hit like and subscribe to Arts Council Oklahoma City's YouTube channel to catch more art educational content. Goodbye now.